Here's our syllabus. I'm not going to go over the entire syllabus point by point, but I'm going to discuss important parts of the syllabus. So here is how you can get in touch with me, and this is the phone number where I will be able to respond back to you quickly. This is my campus phone number, and quite often I'm not on campus, so I may not be able to get your call. But if you call this Google Voice number, I will get alerted and I will be able to respond back to you quickly. And I have on-campus office hours as well as online office hours. So if you want to catch me online, and this is the reason why you need to have familiarity with Google Hangouts, where we will be able to discuss one-on-one or within a group. This is the email that I prefer. This is the Mark's email ID. And I will try to respond back within 24 hours. Mostly it'll be much sooner than that. Okay, so now let's look at the textbook. Okay, there are three options. In the commonality in all three options is the access code for MyOM Lab. Now, this first option comes with an e-text. So this is good for people who don't mind not having a hard copy. So this is the one that comes with a loose leaf hard copy, and you will have access to e-text as well. The third option is for people who may already have a copy of the textbook and they don't need access to e-text. Then they can use this option, which is just you buy only the MyOM Lab access. Okay, and so you need to purchase one of these three. The best approach is to get to MyOM Lab from Blackboard. I'll talk about this in a little bit. And you also get, I think, 2 or 3 weeks of grace period, so you don't have to pay for it right away, but you have to pay within the grace period that they allow you. Okay. I'll talk about MyOM Lab in just a second. Then we will have Blackboard. So before we go to Blackboard, let's look at evaluation. And we will have 3 evaluations for each chapter. And one is what is called Quiz Me Mastery Points. This you'll have to do in MyOM Lab. Each chapter will have several sections. Each section will have practice and Quiz Me. And you have to get at least 80% in the Quiz Me. And you can try this any number of times, and you will earn that mastery points. So there are totally like 60 or some mastery points for the entire course, and that will count for 25% of the grade. And then I'll have homework for each chapter, and that should be submitted via Blackboard, and that will count for 150 points. Then there will be a test for each chapter, and that should be completed in MyOM Lab, and that will count for the remaining 37.5%. So a total of 400 points or 100%. Okay, so that's going to be our evaluation. And here is the course schedule and topical outline for the 7 weeks. So each week which chapters will be covered and the chapter title. The technology prerequisites for this class, of course, this being an online class, you have to have high-speed internet connection, and you need to use UTC Mark's email, because whatever announcements or any information that I need to pass on, I will be using your UTC Mark's email ID. So you have to make it a habit to check your UTC email on a regular basis. Not checking the email will not be considered as a valid excuse for missing any deadline. Now, you need to also be familiar with using Google Plus Hangouts, and when you do that, you should use a headphone with a microphone attached to your computer so that any feedback loop is avoided, so you get a clear communication going. And there will be at least 2 or 3, I think it is more like 3 Excel assignments, While I'll be going over the Excel features particular to the assignment, I expect all students to know or familiar with basic operations of Excel, like entering formulas, entering numbers, formatting cells, printing, that kind of stuff, copying formulas. So a general working knowledge of Excel is a prerequisite. The only thing that I will go over are aspects or features that are unique to the homework assignments that I will be assigning to students. I will not go over anything that is basic. So I'm assuming this is a prerequisite. So I will assume that you know how to use Excel.